Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are, whatever time it is. Thanks for dropping in. Our Philippine journey. Boop, 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 boop. There we go. Mike and Arlen, our Philippine journey. Angeles City, Philippines, today. However, today we begin our trip to Thailand, and we hope you'll follow us and see what's going on. We don't know how much we'll be able to post en route. We don't know how much we'll be able to post once we get there. We have a short trip and it's going to be kind of packed. So we'll see. That being said, today should be an easy day. It's 5 o'clock in the morning here, and we'll have a car picking us up at about 10 a.m. and take us to Manila. In Manila, we're going to actually spend the night there. I have some items I'd like to try and take a look at. And so we're going to be busy during the course of today at either Greenbelt or Mall of Asia, one or the other, to try and find these items because it's just impossible to call directly into a lot of stores. This is one of the things that is truly hampering economic recovery in Asia is that retail is a cumbersome situation. But we could get into that at a different time. That being said, there's a mess behind me. I hope you can't see it. I've got stuff laid out all over the bed. It has to be finally packed. So we'll be in Manila today. We'll be staying at the City Grand Makati. And then from there, tomorrow, we'll be meeting our friends at the airport. And that's what part of this really is about. Okay? So here's the deal. As I've said before, we have 3 couples traveling to Thailand for a week. 2 of us are married. Our wives have been to America. They've been through the EEC class that's required for spouses traveling abroad, which they had to go through years ago. And if you don't know what that is, it's to make a long story short, the Philippines doesn't allow the Philippines is very cautious about allowing single females to travel outside of the Philippines unless they know how to get back and to make sure they're not a part of any kind of human smuggling. So they actually take a class. So if they haven't been out of the country and they're traveling on a one-way ticket or something like that, they have to take a class to get a stamp in their passport. There's a couple of other reasons they would be required to take that class. And it essentially tells them how to get in touch with the embassy, what to do if they're abused, what their rights are, things like that. That being said, should not be an issue in any way, shape, or form for either one of the spouses. However, our friend has a Philippine girlfriend, and that girlfriend has never been out of the country before. And she has a passport, and okay, since she's never been out of the country, it's never been stamped. So they're going to have, or she is going to have, or could face a interview, I guess is the best word to use for it. So, we think of immigration as coming into the country. The Philippines looks at immigration in both directions. And while the Philippines does not impose in writing travel by single Filipinas or even Filipinos, okay, it does keep an eye on them. And it's for their own safety. And I can understand this. However, it does make the process a little bit more difficult, especially the first time out. In addition to that, The Philippines specifically states on their website that they have no policy on offloading. Offloading is the process of denying exit clearance for an individual. Now, they have no policy or written policy or anything like that for it, but it happens. And our friend James, his girlfriend will be subject to that possibility. So we're going to have to wait and see what that's going to do. Now, what we've done is we've all got all the paperwork together, everything done that we can get done. All of us are in good standing. There's no issues. We've already filled out all of our paperwork and attached photos, and we're bringing extra photos and extra copies of this and extra copies of that, just to make sure that instead of having to go get something, if they require it or ask for it, we'll have it. Okay? Because for two of the guys, all right, we have not been out of the Philippines in the past 12 months. So we've had more than 12 months consecutive in the Philippines. We will be required to get an exit clearance. Should be a piece of cake. It's there at the airport. All right. And we can get it done. Since we've got round trip tickets, we're not leaving the Philippines. We're not moving away. Should be very, very simple. If we were moving, if it was a one-way ticket, we would have been required to get an ECC or exit clearance certificate in advance. Since we're just on a round trip ticket, we're coming back, they have a different, it's a EECA and an EECB. I went through this on the previous video. Should be a piece of cake, shouldn't be a problem, nothing. But you know what? If you stay tuned, if you subscribe, if you hit that notify bell, and if you hit that thumbs up, which we'd appreciate but doesn't impact you, okay, you'll see the process. So this is the beginning. And we're going to see and document exactly what James' girlfriend has to go through. What is it she has to go through? And hopefully she'll be able to answer some questions so that you can see what your girlfriend or wife, if she hasn't been through the class, okay, will have to go through. And that should be good because, when you come here to the Philippines, it's also one of the beauties of the Philippines is that it's a stepping stone to other areas. You can easily hop in a plane like we are, jump over to Thailand, jump over to Hong Kong, Macau, Singapore, even Australia, as long as you get a visa-free or a visa to go to wherever you need to go. But your girlfriend or spouse that's never been through the actual class because she's never had to, that's a different story. So in preparation, we're doing this so that you can see what we go through and what we have to end up doing. So, like I said, today we will end up going to Manila here in just a few hours, 4 or 5 hours. And it's a 2-hour drive to Manila. Or actually, it'll be about 2 hours to get to our hotel. And we'll shoot some video down there. The City Grand, we've stayed there many times. There's a beautiful rooftop restaurant. It's right there in Makati. It's right down the street, actually, from P. Borges, which last time we were in Makati and we had time, we went by P. Borges because two of our favorite, two of our favorite not fancy restaurants are in P. Borges. There's an incredibly good Indian restaurant there. on Peborgus, and there is a place called Cafe Cubano, which is, um, you know what, it's like a neighborhood restaurant with international food. Anyways, so we'll probably wander down to Peborgus this evening, have dinner, and shoot video to see just what happened. Because, pre-pandemic, Peborgus was exceptionally busy. It was not like Walking Street, but a lot of bars. Um, so we'll be down there this evening. During the day today, we'll probably first start out at Greenbelt. And from Greenbelt, if I don't find what I want, then we'll hop a taxi and jump over to Mall of Asia. So, with that being all of that being said, okay, please don't forget, if the video is informative or you want to keep up with it or you want to see our travels through Thailand, you know, our intent in Thailand is to go to the Tiger Zoo, which is kind of world famous, elephant rides, all kinds of other things. And of course, we jump down to Pattaya. I mean, you can't go to Thailand. The girls have never been. Well, that's not true. One of the girls has been to Thailand before, but the other two girls have not. My wife has never been to Thailand. And you can't go to Thailand without seeing or experiencing the infamous walking street in Pattaya. So we'll shoot down there and try and give you updates as to how things are different. For me, it's been about 8, 9 years, I guess, since I've been to Thailand. In fact, the last time I went to Thailand, I was still single. So if you like this, hey, subscribe, hit that thumbs up, and hit that notify bell so that you know when the next video comes out. Otherwise, we appreciate you taking the time to watch it, and we appreciate you just dropping in. We hope you have a great day, a safe day, and we hope everything is going well for you. Thanks, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.